The information shared on the Self-Care with Gene Edelman podcast, including the Kitchen with Gene series, is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Please consult your doctor or qualified healthcare professional before beginning any diet or nutrition plan to ensure it is appropriate for your individual health needs and circumstances.
Hi, I'm Gene Edelman. For decades, I've been a student of the healing arts, Reiki, traditional Chinese medicine, homeopathy, acupuncture, plant-based, and macrobiotic cooking. Join me on this journey and hear my thoughts of the week. Welcome back to the kitchen. Today, we're going to talk about everything sesame seeds. In my macrobiotic journey, I learned about so many new foods, and believe it or not, sesame seeds was one of them. Today, I want to break down their benefits, the different varieties, and then share 3 recipes with you in the downloads. But my first footnote is that if you have an allergy to seeds or these nuts, please avoid this. That's my footnote. But let's dive in. Sesame seeds offer us numerous health benefits. Number 1, they're nutrient rich. Sesame seeds are packed with essential nutrients like calcium, magnesium, iron, zinc, and vitamin E. Regarding our bone health, they're high in calcium and magnesium, and so they contribute to strong and healthy bones. They're good for our heart. Sesame contains healthy fats, including monosaturated and polyunsaturated fats, so these are known to help lower cholesterol and reduce heart disease. Sesame seeds are also packed with antioxidant power. They're rich in antioxidants which help protect our cells from damage and can help us with chronic disease. They're good regarding our digestive health because they're high in fiber, and this helps promote regularity and good gut health. Sesame seeds are also good for anti-inflammatory. They contain compounds that affect and may help reduce pain and swelling. And sesame seeds are good for our blood sugar control because they do have fiber, and they can help regulate our blood sugars, which helps with diabetes. But I want to talk about this because this is really interesting. Hormone health. Hormone health is all over the internet these days, all kinds of creams and lotions and potions. But there are actually foods that can help with our hormones, and sesame seeds is one of them. There is an antioxidant in sesame seeds called lignans, Lignans. These are actually phytoestrogens. They are plant compounds that mimic the hormone estrogen. So this may be beneficial for women experiencing these hormonal fluctuations or symptoms of menopause, hot flashes, and bone loss. So I thought it was kind of cool. We can incorporate a food into our diet that can help us with our hormone health. Yay. I've talked about hormones. It is a journey, and it is a struggle. So anyway, that's the one note. While sesame seeds do offer us numerous health benefits, I do want to add another footnote that it's important to consume them in moderation. So yeah, we want hormone health, and yeah, we want blood sugar, and yeah, we want anti-inflammatory and digestive, but we cannot go throwing tablespoons of them on our food. We have to be careful and consume sesame seeds in moderation. So that's why I want to talk about how to incorporate them into our diet and then the different types. So the way to incorporate them into our diet is, 1, we can sprinkle them onto salads. We can sprinkle them into our stir-fried, sprinkle them onto a little bit of yogurt or our hot or cold cereal. We can also blend them into our smoothies, use them as a topping for our breads and muffins. And the other great way to use it is tahini. Get a very simple tahini that's just basically ground up sesame seeds. Make sure there's no sugar in it. You could steam some bread, do some tahini and jam. That's a nice treat in the afternoon. You can use your tahini in dips and dressings. I love to use tahini in a lot of my cooking. And then now we can use it when we're roasting to enhance some of the nutty flavor and just adding them into our roasted vegetables. So those are just a few ways to how to incorporate them into our diet. Remember that we just want to be careful because, you've got to chew them. You don't want to upset your digestion with putting just too much of this raw seed into your system. But let me talk about the types, because there are a variety of types of sesame seeds. First, I think one that we've seen a lot of are the white sesame seeds. They're creamy, white, pale color. Usually they're hulled, which means that the outer husk is removed. The flavor is mild, delicate, and nutty, and has a slightly sweeter taste. And the most common uses of the white sesame seed is like on top of a hamburger bun, crackers, bread, and then again the tahini paste. So that's the white sesame seed. Now, have you ever seen black sesame seeds? These are deep charcoal, a true black. Usually they're unhulled, which means that the dark outer husk is intact. The flavor for the black sesame seed is a little stronger, earthier, a little bit more intense, nutty, and could actually be a little bit bitter. A lot of the desserts that use black sesame are black sesame ice cream. You could use it in soups, a dramatic garnish in our sushi. I know we've seen it in our sushi, and stir fry. So it's just to be an accent here and there. On a nutritional note, due to its intact hull, it actually gives us a slighter higher level of calcium, which is great, a little higher level of iron and fiber, and those wonderful antioxidants compared to the white. So the black is a little bit more nutrient dense if you want to play around with that. And then there's actually a golden or a brown sesame seed. This is a light amber or brown color. This again comes unhulled, which means the outer coating is there. The flavor of this brown or golden sesame, it's a little bit in between the white and the black. So it's a little bit less intense, but has a more rich, buttery flavor to it. And again, this is used in spice blends, breads, curries. Curries are wonderful. And a nice finishing touch to our roasted vegetables. Now, one that I actually haven't seen, but I'm going to share, maybe you'll find it in your travels, is a red sesame seed. It's a pinkish brown color, again unhulled, similar to the golden, but of subtle earthy flavor. And it's used again in sauces, porridges. It's going to be less common in our markets. We're probably not going to see that. So we'll probably see the white sesame seed, the black sesame seed, maybe the golden, not so much the red. And then I want you to play with this. There's 3 recipes in our download. We've got a sticky sesame chickpea dish, a basic hummus dish, and a vegan gluten-free tahini chocolate chip cookie. This is really yummy. I love making these. They're high in protein, and you get your chocolate. So anything chocolate is always good. So check them out in the download. But I want you to play with sesame seeds. Try them, come up with some different uses, recipes. Don't be afraid. Really get into the flavor that it's adding to the food, understanding that it's adding calcium for our bone health. It's adding nutrients like magnesium, iron, and zinc, and vitamin E. So they're a powerhouse. We don't need a lot. It's definitely going to benefit and give some more depth of flavor to our food. Next week on The Kitchen with Jean, we're cooking cozy, hearty soups and stews with lentils and legumes. They're simple, nourishing, and perfect for winter. Discover why these protein-packed favorites are so good for our health, our gut, and give us energy. Join me in the kitchen and warm up from the inside out. So thank you for joining me in the kitchen this week. I hope you have fun playing with sesame seeds. Remember, dear friends, that this is Earth School. We are here to learn to love ourselves, to love each other, and that life comes from us and life is for us. Have a wonderful week. Play in the kitchen. It's January. Just enjoy being inside on those colder days. Take care. Have a wonderful week.